loads of it. What am I going to do with this now? Hello and welcome to the Game Shed with me, Mark. Today I'm going to do a pickups video. It's August Retro Gaming Pickups Volume 3 or Part 3 or whatever the fuck. Jamie has done Parts 1 and 2 and you've seen a few bits that he's been picking up from eBay, car boots, whatever. And a few of those things within a car boot we attended just a couple of days ago. So today I'm going to show you just the random things that I've been grabbing and for what reason. Right, so the first thing I grabbed on eBay earlier on in the month was for a reason. Now, it was when I got back from my dad's on holiday where I had picked up my original Nintendo 64. Now, this has sat at my dad's for quite a long time gathering dust, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it home and I'm going to play it because it deserves to be played. Some of the games that were with it: GoldenEye, obvious classic, can't go wrong, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, and ISS 98. This is probably one of the most well-known versions of ISS from back in those days, with Paul Ince and Fabio Ravanelli on the front. Still boxed. I'm quite impressed with that. So that's just been sat there. So I thought, you know what, screw it, I'll grab it, bring it back. The only problem being was that one of the wires was missing. Well, it wasn't missing, but all I had was the RF cable. Now, who wants to play their N64 using an RF cable? Not me. So I bought this cable that is compatible with the GameCube, SNES or SNES, or the N64, and it lets you play from S-Video or your standard composite. That means I can record some footage at my house rather than just playing this at the shed. So, as Jamie well knows, the N64 has got a permanent home at the Game Shed because it gets played a lot. So I thought, why not bring this here and I can play it. So there we go, that's my original N64 from back in the day. I grabbed from my dad's house. Let me move that out of the way. Oh, before I forget, there were a couple of controllers with it. The obvious original grey and the spectacular black with memory card. I'm very intrigued to see what crap I've got saved on that memory card. Hopefully some creative players in ISS 98. I used to love doing that when I was younger. So next thing I grabbed on eBay is something for a small project I'm going to do on the Game Shed. If you've followed our channel or if you've watched our videos, there's a few that I've made of how to change the housing on your Game Boy. So Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. And I decided now, because I have a beat up old Nintendo DS Lite upstairs, why not make a video of how to change the housing on a Nintendo DS Lite? Perfect, right? The thing is, I love the clear look of handhelds. I've got clear Game Boys coming out of my ears, right? So why not make the Nintendo DS Lite clear X-ray style? So I can't wait to make that. I can't wait to put it on my DS Lite, and it means I won't have a broken, bust up DS Lite anymore. So keep your eyes open, that video will be coming soon once I get round and get off my arse and do it. So while I was still on holiday at my dad's, I said to him, let's go to a car boot, let's see if there's any local ones nearby, because I'm so sick of the car boots near me where you just barely get anything these days because they're all snapped up by resellers. Anyway, there's people out there I know that are watching who probably grab the stuff before I get there, so that's probably why I never get anything. But anyway, this car boot that we found was massive. It was massive, right? It was about 500 cars. So what's going on there? 500 cars, it's huge, so there must be something, I thought. But I turned up quite late to it, probably an hour after it opened, because it was full, right? So I'm thinking, oh god, all the games are going to be gone. And that's the difficulty with car boots, you have to get there early to get the bargains. Not in this case, because I grabbed a load of stuff from that car boot that would turn out to be absolute bargains. The first bunch of stuff I grabbed was a bunch of PS2 games. Now, this was early in the car boot, and I thought to myself, oh, what am I going to get here? I've not seen these PS2 games before, and we haven't got them. So, the first of the bunch was Sphinx, the Cursed Mummy. Now, I've not played this version on the PS2. I've got the GameCube original version, and it is awesome. Look at that, box complete, disc is immaculate. Yes, it is. So, this is Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Let me know if you've got this or if you've played it or if it is good, because the original was fantastic on the GameCube. And this looks ever so slightly different on the back. I'm not sure if it is the same one. It'd be great if you could let me know below. So, the next game, so that was £1, sorry, £1. Bargain. Then I found a stall that had a stack of PS2 games, but we probably had about half of them. So I looked through them. I found, first of all, Need for Speed Most Wanted, the Black Edition. Now this is a special edition. It's got 2 discs inside. One is a DVD and one is a game. The DVD has like, let's have a look, go behind the scenes with Josie Moran, get exclusive videos and concept art and much more. I've no idea what else is on that DVD, and I'll probably never fucking watch it. But look at that. Stunning condition and only 50p. The next off the same stall, Tekken 5. I've not played this version of Tekken, but I used to absolutely hammer Tekken on the PS1 back in the day. And I've noticed on the back of this, you can control Jin in some kind of side story. It's like a walk around beat 'em up by the looks of things. Very intrigued, never seen that before. If you've played that little side story part of the game, let me know what it's like. I will give this a spin at some point, and because it's Tekken, we will give this a spin for the channel. Me versus Jamie, let's see who wins. Next on the 50p stall was And One Street Ball, sorry. I've never seen this before. It doesn't look great from the cover. I mean, the cover art's pretty poor, well, cover photograph is pretty poor, but on the back it looks alright. And then I noticed, enhanced with iToy camera. Now what the hell is going to be in this that is enhanced with the iToy camera? Probably creating a player. Why not? Me versus Jamie, our faces on the players. Perfect condition, 50p. Thought I'd give it a spin. Let me know if you've got this one or if you've played it, if it's any good, if it's worth us playing for the channel. So that was the PS2 games I picked up. So 3 for £1.50 and Sphinx for £1. Bargains in my eyes. I carried on walking. I thought I might see a few more PS1 games, PS2, whatever. Only to see some NES games, which for me very rarely happens at car boots. Normally you'd pay, I don't know, about five quid for an NES game. Sound about fair? Facebook, eBay, whatever. I paid £2 for each of these. I was well chuffed. The first one is Operation Wolf. Do you remember playing this on the arcade with the stand-up Uzis? I remember that. I used to love it. I used to love playing multiplayer on that as well. So that's Operation Wolf. Remember that? Second game is California Games. Now this came with a case, which is nice, but it also came with the instruction manual. So my first meeting of this guy on this stall, there was a whole load of stuff, and he wanted a couple of quid for this, 5 quid for that, 10 quid for that. So I was like, I'll just grab a few Master System games. I couldn't go wrong, right? So I'm like, let's open it up, see if there's instructions. And it's like, wow, this doesn't happen very often. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade for £1 with instructions. Very nice condition. Great bargain. The next one I grabbed off him, Kung Fu Kid. Right, the box is a little bit broken. Apart from that, it's in great condition. Instructions for £1. Kung Fu Kid. I don't think that's 2-player. That's a 1-player game, and I think so is Indiana Jones. But we don't have them in our collection, and I seem to remember playing Indiana Jones and it being a great game. The third game I got at that stage for £1, Dynamite Jig. I seem to remember playing this. Instructions, great condition. The box is actually in good condition apart from a little tear at the back. This is a 1-player, and bizarrely it says Mission 5 on the back. So whether that means there's 5 missions or whether this is the 5th instalment, I doubt. Actually, I know it's not. So 5 missions in the game. That's got to be quite a quick game unless the levels are really long. So if you remember Dynamite Jig and you know why it's got Mission 5 on the back, let me know. So that was £3 for those 3. Bargain. I carried on round, had to go toilet, had to take my son to go and get a drink and whatever. And I thought, oh, I'll go back to that stall, see if he's got any stuff left, because it was starting to spit with rain. I went back, and what did I see? Shaq Fu on the SNES. So I grabbed that for £1. The only reason I've got this, cartridge only, whatever, is because it's going to make a very funny video for our channel. So, also, we don't have it. So, you know what? For £1, can't go wrong for a SNES game. At the same time, the guy was kind of starting to pack up. I went, oh, would you do me a deal on a few of your games? And he said, yeah, of course, what do you want? So I said, I've got, let me check my change. I think I had £2.50 left, right? So I've gone to the guy, oh, go on, would you do me a deal? So I've gone through and I've found, first up, the Terminator. With instructions, box, that's a Master System game. Now this says levels 4, so it must be that that's how many levels there are in the game. 4 levels in the game. Odd. I don't remember it being that short a game when I played it when I was young, but it must be. So that's the Terminator. The next one I picked up was Enduro Racer. Now, Jamie has been talking about recently the arcade version of this, and I must say the arcade version on a modded Xbox looks a hell of a lot better than this. But it's a classic, and it had to be got, especially with instructions. The last one, no, it wasn't the last one. Let me start with this one first. It's Golden Axe, cartridge only. You can't go wrong with that. And the last one I grabbed off him, as part all of that for £2.50, so I got 4 games there, was Transbot. This is honestly one of my favourite games. I think it's probably mainly for nostalgia value from the music and from the random gameplay. If you haven't played this or haven't seen it, check out on our channel, go and give it a search for Transbot. I made a video a long time ago. So I was quite chuffed. I came away thinking, yeah, I've got Transbot with instructions and good condition and whatever, because I think the copy we've already got is just cartridge only. Anyway, I open up the box, and what's inside but a manual for something else. Yeah, what manual is this? So I look through and I see, recognise him? Alex Kidd. So I've picked up the manual for Alex Kidd in this Transbot box. Very random. But I didn't really care. I got the 4 games for £2.50. Absolute bargain in my eyes. So that was the car boot. When I got back, I was cruising eBay, looking for a few different games. And one game that I've been looking for a long time is a good price, is NBA Street version 3. Now if you've played this, you'll probably know why I wanted to pick it up. The reason being is that in this version of NBA Street you can play as Mario, Luigi and a few others. Now that just did it for me. I had to get it. It is disc only. It's a bit shit, but I figured I only really want to get this to play for the channel for now. So I'll get the disc only. I'll probably put it in the trades pile after and see if anyone else wants it. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to unlock all them characters if needs be. I don't think you get them right from the start. Let me know below if you do. I have no idea. So that's it for the retro. I grabbed a whole load of stuff, including my N64, NES games, Master System games, whatever. I grabbed all that stuff. Real bargain prices from car boots. So it just shows that if you go to the right places, you can get stuff and you don't need to turn up so stupidly early. The 2 last things I want to show you are modern games, and one of them, it pains me to say, is the same as what Jamie bought in Gaming Pickups in August, part 2. It is Minecraft on the PS3. Now, I had a few reasons for wanting to get this. Firstly, my son has been badgering me for months about getting one on a console, getting Minecraft on a console, because so far we've only had it on the iPad and Android. So that was just Pocket Edition, and he's been desperate to get the full-blown version. And after having a little chat with Jamie, we thought it might be quite funny to play this on the channel. He's intrigued because I've been playing it for a little while, and it's a massively addictive game, and will make for funny videos for sure. But you know what? For 12 quid, you can't really go wrong. If you haven't played it, have a little watch of some videos on YouTube. There's millions of them out there, and well worth a little watch. So that's that. And the second modern game I picked up was actually a trade, and I traded, what did I trade? Call of Duty Ghosts for Tomb Raider, the definitive edition. Now, I just got really bored of Call of Duty. It just doesn't really do it for me anymore. It was a game that came as part of the bundle. I played it for about 5 minutes. I thought, you know what, I'd like to give Tomb Raider a go. I have not played this version, and I used to really enjoy the originals, and I used to enjoy some of the later ones, so why not give it a go? So that is my 2 modern games. That's it for this pickup video. I am going to have one more pickup video, which will be part 4 in August, because I got given a massive bundle of games, including a couple of consoles and a few other bits and bobs. So that's what's going to come up, part 4, very soon. Keep your eyes peeled. So for now, that's what I picked up. Oh, all of this, and most of it, apart from this beauty, needs to go to the shed. Thank you very much for watching.